I was just like, ugh, like, why? So sometimes like there will be things and it's like it's not from you because it's just so random and so therefore my focus was on praying about a decision that I have had to make with regards to other people for the past months, right? And I don't even know what to say about this. Oh, the Lord knows. I think like sometimes we have decisions to make and we like God to just give us that clear cut answer. We like God to say, yes, I want you to do this. No, I do not want you to go there. Like, we like it to just be written out in the sky, right? And with regards to this particular decision, like, I know that this wasn't one of those clear cut answers kind of decision, and that while God may have nudged me and led me and spoken through other persons concerning this situation, it was essentially, I don't want to say up to me, but essentially he trusted me with the decision that I would make based on the nudges and the promptings that I got from him, right? And yeah, I was very hesitant about it, and there really isn't much that I can say regarding this. But anyways, so I was praying about the whole situation, and I was like, I literally felt nothing from God, like while praying. Like I didn't felt like I should do this or whatever. And it was like so frustrating because it was just what, like, out of everything I was praying for, this was like the one thing that I wanted God to like say something or give me a definite yes or no. And I was just like, ugh, like, why? So yeah, while praying about it's like, okay, just no mom. So then I am like, okay, let me just be quiet and listen to hear if God has anything to say regarding this. So I was just there silent for what felt like an eternity, and there was nothing. This man had nothing to say concerning this decision. And then I heard the word heed. So sometimes like there will be things and it's like it's not from you because it's just so random, and it didn't come from you. Like it had to be God speaking through the Holy Spirit, right? So I just heard this word heed. So I'm like, heed? So I decided to look at, it's not a foreign word or anything. Like, of course I heard the word before I know of the word. So I decided to look at the meaning of the word heed, right? So I looked at two meanings, specifically. So there's a verb to this word as well as a noun to it, right? So the definition that I have written down here is heed. Pay attention to, take notice of. So that was one definition of it. The second definition is careful attention or otherwise observe or acknowledge it in some way, and often to take action on it. So I'm just like, Lord, what are you saying? And just like, okay, like, what does it mean? Like, okay, you tell me this word, this is what it means. Like, what am I supposed to do next regarding this? So I was just there pondering on the meaning, and I felt like if I needed to ask the question, what to heed to. So like I wrote the question down in my journal, like what to heed, because like I didn't know what he was telling me specifically, and the definition has so much of meaning to it too. Like it's not like it was like I felt led to a particular section of the meaning or whatever was the case, right? So I'm thinking there like, Lord, what to heed? What do I need to heed to? And then I looked at the title that I have on my journal, and it says decision concerning whatever, right? And I'm just like, and I just felt like he was saying this decision. What do I need to heed to? This decision. I need to acknowledge it in some way, and I need to take action on it. And I was just like, okay, still honestly in denial and not, accepting the fact that this is what God was saying with regards to this. But yeah, hindsight, let's just say I took action on this decision. So day 5, right? So we come into an end, and day 5, my prayer was focused on provision and finances, right? Like, I'm not even gonna lie, God has honestly been providing my daily bread. I know a lot of times we want excess and we want to have abundance, but sometimes it really isn't necessary. But I'll say that for me, like, God always provides how much I need for that particular month, that particular week, that particular day. Like, he always gives me what is necessary and enough for the appropriate time. And I was just, of course, thanking him for being good and, for providing for the past months, but also, just bringing my concerns with regards to finances and stuff to him, and just, sharing my desires and stuff with him. One of the things that I felt like while praying was that doors, like, I felt like there were doors that are opening. And while yes, doors may be opening, I may not be able to receive or get the abundance or get the results from those doors today or next month, but I know that with regards to my finances, that God are opening doors, and that he is going to provide, like he always do, whether it's just enough for my daily bread or there are abundance in it. Bless God, he still provided at the end of the day. And what I have here written down for what I felt like he was saying to me is that our finances don't belong to us. Like, we work and we tell ourselves like we do all these things, so therefore it is our money, right? And we can basically do whatever it is we want with it. But it is God who gives you the ability to work. He is the one who give you the skills and the talents that you need to be successful in whatever your field of career may be in. And if that is from him and he's giving you that ability, and because of that you are able to get money or get provision through that, then essentially our finances don't belong to us. And we really like yes, there are so much things that we may want to do with our finances. We might want to buy clothes and just buy things to generally improve your life, which may not be necessary, but just us being envious of other people, we may get those desires. We have to remember that it is not our decision to determine what it is we do with our finances, and it should really be something that we surrender to God, because he is the one who provides for us at the end of the day. So for day 6, my focus was to pray for my friends. So usually I will have like a whole list about like 15 persons, but this time I just didn't want it to pray for so much, and I just really prayed for, I'll say, kind of like my close friends, my inner circle ish. yeah, so I just like prayed for those. Usually I will message them and ask them, you know, what do you want me to pray for? But I just sort of prayed regarding like previous conversations that we had and things that they would have mentioned, or however I felt led to pray for them. So for day 6, sorry if I said 5, day 6, that is what I prayed for. So I didn't write down anything in my journal regarding that. And finally, day 7. So day 7, like I didn't want it to pray for a particular issue that I was facing. I kind of felt like I just needed to thank God, give thanks, and just, you know, give gratitude, right? Thanks and appreciation, more or less, right? So day 7 was just more of, you know, thanking God for the opportunity to be able to fast, for strength, and just, you know, giving him back all the issues that I would have mentioned over the course of the week, and trusting in him, and trusting and knowing that he is on my behalf working out all these situations, and on the persons who I would have prayed for also on their behalf, like he is there working things out for our good. So guys, this was my first quarter fast for the year. Overall, I'll say like what I learned is that I need to trust God. There was a lot of theme with certain days regarding like trust and just depending on God, as well as waiting on God, waiting on his timing, and that's pretty much what I learned for this fast. I also forgot to mention that paired with social media fasting, as well as fasting from food for some of the days, I also did a devotion that was focused on detoxing from social media. So that was like really good while I was doing the fast or whatever. And it's always just a reminder that we don't necessarily need social media. And it's like, it always reminds me how social media, being off of social media, always reminds me how it takes up so much of my time. Yes, it is good, and trust me, I love it. But sometimes we just spend so much of unnecessary time on it if we don't use it wisely and properly. And it was just like a good reminder to just be off of social media. Yes, there were moments that I wanted to go on, I wanted to post. You know, it's only when I'm off I just have all these amazing tweets that I want to tweet. But yeah. And even now that I've come back on social media, I'll say that I don't even have much of a desire to post a lot of things on social media. So hopefully this is a new chapter with regarding, you know, my relationship with social media, and maybe I would use it more wisely. And now it is time for our sis quote of the day segment. Y'all, this is my favorite part of the video, right? So okay, so I didn't have a quote planned for this video, but I have one for you all, right? And I love it. So today's quote says, "Sis, how do you expect to break that cycle of poverty if you're not intentionally working on creating a generational legacy?" Yo, and even as I mentioned in one of my days of fasting, you know, just my desire to create generational legacy, we have to be intentional about creating generational legacy. If you feel as if God has called you to do that and to accomplish that, right? And this was like my whole thing about my business, like knowing that I have to be a good steward of my business in order for it to be successful, and in order for me to create generational legacy. Like, I cannot just not take this intentionally and just, you know, work on it whenever I feel to, or not be passionate about it. And likewise, if you have been called to be the one to break these cycles of poverty and to create a legacy for your future generation, then you need to be intentional about it. You're not going to be successful easily. You're not going to achieve what it is you want easily. There, you are the one who's going to have to sacrifice and work the hardest, knowing that your future generations is going to benefit from this. Alright, so this is a wrap on today's video. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoy this video and look forward to a video like this every quarter of the year when I do my social media fast. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit that post notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video, and also make sure and follow the Convos with Tim community over on Instagram. Until then, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.